Now on CoastTV News.
Future building on Rehoboth Avenue, what this empty lot could become.
Tough report card. Delaware schools aren't making the grade. A new bill will attempt to change that.
Concerns over this crosswalk. It's an issue the town of Fenwick Island wants resolved before someone gets hurt.
And we have a yellow alert weather situation for later tonight. I'll show you what I'm tracking in a moment.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Mixed reaction to a site plan in Rehoboth Beach. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with plans for a hot lot in Rehoboth Beach.
When you first enter Rehoboth Avenue, you might have noticed this empty space of land right by the traffic circle. Well, over a year ago, Clear Space Theater sold it after concerns about parking, traffic, and noise. Earlier today, the new owner of the property presented their plans for the vacant lot. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us why people in the area have mixed feelings over the new site plans.
This empty space of land at the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue, known as 413, 415, and 417 Rehoboth Avenue, could become this. Brazona Hakai, who works in the downtown area, says the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue is in need of some TLC.
Every time I come here to work or something, it's always like you get that feeling that we really need more stuff in there because it's not, you don't see much stuff. Like, for example, when you enter the boardwalk, you see many stuff. You see like shops, you see the beach, fun land, like many things that you would be able to do. However, in the meantime, in the really beginning of the road, you don't see like that much stuff. So I feel like this is a really good thing to get started with because it would really maybe attract more people and tourists to come in and see Rehoboth Beach.
And the new property owner is looking to do just that. The owner is looking to build 3 mixed-use buildings with retail spaces on the bottom and living spaces on top. At a city planning and commission meeting on Thursday, city officials made the decision to move the plans forward to a public hearing where they will further discuss legalities about zoning. While some are on board with the idea, others, like Angela Manifold, worry about the project.
If they put more shops, it's really going to affect parking for everyone because there's limited parking now. And then by adding more shops, I mean, we can always use more shops, but the parking will be a big problem.
This large space of land has been empty for quite a while here at the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue. And although it's been over a year since the Clear Space Theater sold the land, people in the area say that they are still upset that the theater did not end up moving here. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Clear Space Theater's history with the property is a long and contentious one. Follow me on this. In 2020 and 2021, there were back and forth planning meetings and appeals for Clear Space's plan to build its new theater there. In July 2021, lawmakers gave a $300,000 grant to help, but a year later, after that loud pushback on traffic, lighting, and more, Clear Space scrapped its plans. It sold that property just a few months later.
Let's take a live look into the Salisbury area right now. Looks decent from this picture, but we need a little bit more information from our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, on what today holds.
Because we're dealing with a scattered shower pattern, it's kind of like real estate. Location, location, location. Now, it was fine there, but if we switch gears and take a look at Ocean City, see the seagulls are flying, but just a few moments ago, we were being inundated by heavy showers. Now, the winds are pushing out of the south at 21 miles per hour. And look what we're expecting for tonight. Increasing winds at 8 and 9 o'clock with temperatures near the 60-degree mark. This is courtesy of our Gateway Subaru camera. Bottom line is we have severe weather threat. We're at a level 1, okay? So we're at the lowest level of the threat here. We could possibly see winds at 40 to 60 miles per hour, hail up to maybe an inch, but that would be not likely. If it occurs, it would happen throughout the overnight period. We have a wind advisory in effect of all of Sussex County for right now. In addition to that, the gale wind warning for 45-mile-per-hour winds, that's active off of the shore. We still have the high surf advisory for Worcester, that's in effect, and we have additional extension of the gale wind warning. And this new, a coastal flood warning is now in effect for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico until noon for Friday. So we've got a lot of things to go over. I need you to stick around with how things are changing so dramatically. But for right now, back to you, Charlie.
We'll check back in a bit. The Delaware bill is targeting underperforming schools in the state of Delaware. In the newsroom is Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Mallory, lawmakers want superintendents to work alongside the Department of Education and school administrators on some much needed improvements.
Charlie, bill sponsors say there are 17 schools statewide where more than 90% of students are not meeting grade level standards for reading, writing, or math. House Bill 192 would force the districts to create short and long-term plans to boost grades. Those plans would need to be made public, and superintendents would be required to present them at school board meetings for approval. Prime sponsor Senator Brian Pettyjohn says he's shocked this legislation is needed in the first place. We spoke to locals who live in the Cape District. While some are startled by the statistics, others are skeptical that a bill could change them.
The success of any community is the success and progress of our children. What has to be done, I don't know the answer to that question, but doing nothing is not an option.
The children, the students, the parents, the school system, they've all got to mesh together. And there's like a lot of people seem to want to butt heads more than solve things, just like big government.
Coming up on Coast TV News at 6, we'll break down exactly what the short and long-term plans would entail. According to lawmakers, the bill was already unanimously approved by the House of Representatives back in June. It's still awaiting consideration by the Senate. Maddie, Charlie.
And this is going to bring us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know what's most crucial for improving underperforming schools.
Let's take a look at the results so far. A large majority, look at that, say parental involvement is key. Little bit of votes for student resources such as counseling or tutoring, and more money in teacher training, barely getting anything. People say this is on the parents.
Now, if you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttv.com. We might see these numbers change throughout the evening. You can also use our Coast TV mobile app.
Illegal U-turns are causing debate in Fenwick Island, specifically between the state and the town. The town of Fenwick and Del Dot, they had the idea, move a crosswalk in town to a couple yards north to the opposite side. This would allow cars to do U-turns legally and pedestrians wouldn't worry about being hit. But there's one problem. Who is paying the $75,000 to make that change? Fenwick Island's mayor says Del Dot should be the one coughing up the money.
This is something that you should pay for. This is something that you engineered. This is to allow people to get across your highway.
With both sides at a standstill, there's still no word on if this needed change will happen.
O.J. Simpson, the former NFL star who was acquitted of murdering his ex-wife Ann Ron Goldman in a televised trial that gripped the nation, has died at age 76 after a fight with cancer. Simpson played 11 seasons in the National Football League, but his sports legacy took a back seat in the 90s after his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. He was acquitted of both murders in a controversial verdict. 2 years later, he was found civilly liable for double homicide, but it was a Las Vegas robbery in 2008 that ultimately sent him to prison for over 9 years.
Foreign policy is center stage on Capitol Hill. Japan's prime minister addressing a joint meeting of Congress before President Biden sits down with the prime minister and the president of the Philippines. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how at the same time, lawmakers are grappling with U.S. funding for Ukraine and Israel amid growing threats from Russia and China.
A rousing call to action on the House floor, but not from a U.S. lawmaker.
You are not alone. We are with you.
Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida urging a joint meeting of Congress to resist retreating from global leadership.
I detect an undercurrent of self-doubt among some Americans about what your role in the world should be.
The Prime Minister linking the threat from North Korea to Russian aggression and highlighting the urgent needs in Ukraine.
The leadership of the United States, it is indispensable.
At a time when House Republican infighting is holding up a long-sought foreign aid bill, for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, countering China.
The clock is ticking on it, and everyone here feels the urgency of that.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has said he'll bring foreign aid for a vote, despite far-right threats that doing so could cost him his job. He's set to meet tomorrow with former President Trump in Florida, as President Biden, fresh off a state dinner for Japan, hosts the first ever trilateral summit between the U.S., Japan, and the Philippines. The leaders focused on strengthening joint security in the Indo-Pacific as China steps up its military assertiveness in the region. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Rough week? Well, cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from us here at Coast TV. You can subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter for free at coasttv.com/sign up, or just do it right now. You're already thinking about it. Scan your QR code on your screen. The newsletter has personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more, all straight to your inbox each Friday morning.
Still ahead, traffic patterns at the Bay Bridge, something you might want to be aware of tonight with all the weather we're having.
And speaking of that, a rumble of thunder could wake you up in the young hours of the morning. More on that in a moment.
First, how college athletes are raising their game, their profiles, and their earnings.
Are restless nights stealing your dreams? Your better night's sleep starts at Johnny Gymnastics Mattress World, your one-stop mattress superstore with the area's largest selection. For a limited time, save up to 50% on floor sample closeouts from the best brands like Tempur-Pedic, Beauty Rest Black, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Plus, get free same-day mattress.
Mine's up now.
Mine seems to be working if I keep it like half and half, so we'll go with maybe.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
The internet's not what it used to be. With MediaCom, you'll be living and working with new technology.
Welcome to the most unreal reality.
MediaCom's supercharged platform will power a new era of business, speed the creation of new technologies, redefine the rules, and revolutionize everyday living. The biggest thing to happen to the internet?
Since the invention of the internet.
It's happening. Get ready. Anything is possible.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. My client was on a ladder at work, fell off, and got injured. I helped him bring a workers' comp claim. We got his medical expenses covered, lost wages paid, and even got him a large cash settlement for his permanent functional impairment. If you've been injured in a work accident, give me a call. Let me see if I can help you too. Tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
This year's NCAA tournament saw record TV ratings, namely the women. Those massive viewership numbers aren't just good for sports, but raising the profiles of players who can now earn money off their name, image, and likeness.
Here's a look at how money is off the court and continuing to change the landscape of college sports.
Hi, it's Caitlin. I'm so excited to be partnering with H&R Block to launch
college athletes.
When the odds get beaten, the chicken fingers get eaten, baby.
Capitalizing on endorsement deals.
My name is Olivia Miles. I'm dropping my t-shirt. It's become a really big part of the game. There's a lot more added pressures, I'd say, to get your business going, to get an agent, to build your brand.
They're also cashing in on their name, image, and likeness from NIL collectives, operating independent of schools. These pool funds from boosters and other sources.
It's basically like negotiating with a general manager in the NFL or NBA, but at the college level. And obviously, the higher the prospect, the more the money.
College football is the biggest NIL sport. Every school in the Southeastern Conference or SEC has at least one NIL collective.
It's helpful for me to make my name pop out and come out more.
Opportunities continue to expand. New company Nilly pays student athletes up front for their NIL rights and pairs them with a financial advisor.
If a kid is able to learn about money, to invest properly, that goes a long way.
And allows fans to invest in the athletes.
We believe that this is a really good deal for all parties.
Neely earns revenue from the athletes' NIL rights and shares it with investors and the athletes, who receive a majority of the profit.
We didn't have this 21 years ago when I came out of high school and had to go to the pros because of my financial situation. It's time for the athletes to be able to control their own destiny.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Stormy weather is more than just a classic song. It's going to be a situation at hand. And with that being the case, be sure you call our weather line at 440-881-9100, sponsored by Baird, Mandelis, Brockstedt, and Federico.
When you take a chance, chance can take you to unexpected places. Whoa. Bet Rivers Online Casino. Feel the rush.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
and
so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
In 1924, my grandfather, J. Con Scott, decided to start a life in the furniture business. I'm proud to say that as the third generation, we celebrate our 100-year anniversary. From a humble small-town furniture store to an interior design destination, with 35,000 square feet in Selbyville and our newest location in Rehoboth Beach. J. Con Scott, celebrating our 100-year anniversary.
The 6-year-old Little Leaguer who suffered a heart attack in center field, just like football star Damar Hamlin. How his mom came to his rescue. She's a nurse. Next in Sun Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
On the next wheel, contestants spin for a $10,000 HSN shopping spree.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
Spring cleaning is underway with Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
The selection is incredible.
The salespeople take the time to find what I want.
Freshen up your home and save more on new floors. Thousands of styles in the aisles for miles. Everything is in stock to take home today for less. Simply pick, pay, take it away, or we'll install it as soon as you say for free. Available, affordable, at your service. Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
Well, this is a yellow alert day, so as the cloud cover thickens, so thickens the plot of our weather story for tonight. Our Tyndall's casual furniture camera in Laurel showing us winds out of the southeast at 17 miles per hour with temps in the 60s, and we're going to stay in the mid to lower 60s most of the night with cloud cover staying thick and a sprinkle or two, but it's really right after midnight we're expecting the real fireworks to kick off. 71 for today's high in Georgetown and in Salisbury. And our severe weather threat, well, we're at level 1 for today, which means we're watching out for possibly isolated scattered showers, but it's really for tonight after midnight. That's the main threat. Couple of quick things. We have a newly issued coastal flood warning in Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico until 12 noon Friday. When you're saying a warning, that means we have coastal flooding that's happening right now or that it's imminent. Wind advisories have now been issued throughout all of Sussex County until 7 o'clock in the morning, and that includes all areas along the coast and inland. Wind advisories also active for Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, and Worcester. We're watching out for about 35 mile per hour winds at the very least. We still have the active high surf advisory that will stay in effect until 10 o'clock Friday, bracing for beach erosion likely to occur late tonight, early tomorrow morning as the sun comes up. You'll see the results of that. And if that's not enough wind advisories to keep in mind, we are still under an active gale wind warning along the coast for everybody, for the entire East Coast. And the gale wind warning is talking about 45 mile per hour winds, possibly even stronger than that. Hit and miss spot sprinkles for right now. Not much in the way of precipitation starting now, but we have warm air that's on the way that'll set the stage for the possibility of stormy weather late tonight going into the midnight hour. We are currently in the 60s, and this is well above the norm for this time of year. And that gives us a lot of heat energy to fuel storms. So I wanted to take a look at our high rapid resolution model so that we could see what to expect. By 9 o'clock, spot showers hit Georgetown and Lewis. Then look for an isolated thunderstorm at 11 o'clock just south of Long Neck along the coast. Then for another storm cell to pop off at about 12:30 Friday morning. And as we go into, let's say, 3 to 4 o'clock, we're looking for streamlines or squall lines that storms begin to push through. And that's going to be the pattern until we get to, let's say, Friday afternoon and Friday evening. The amount of rain, still shy of a half an inch or so. So the amount's not that impressive. The winds, totally different story, because that's where all of our warnings are really nestled in. Because 45 mile per hour winds out of the south at 11:30 tonight. Then 36 mile per hour winds out of the southwest at 10 o'clock Friday morning. We're back to 45 mile per hour winds by 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. And then on Saturday, winds out of the west at about 36 miles per hour inland at 8:30 in the morning. And then by 2:30, we're back up to like 45, nearly 50 mile per hour winds for Saturday throughout Saturday. So this wind problem is not a one-day thing. It's going to last a while. Look at Saturday. This is a symbol for wind, in case you were wondering what that looks like or what that means. And we're going to be much warmer next week, but we got to get through tonight and tomorrow morning.
Doesn't seem like that much, Paul. Just tonight, just tomorrow morning, then it clears up. As you saw, though, with Paul's forecast, we are going to see some wet weather tonight across Delmarva. Because of that, Maryland Transportation Authority reminding drivers that two-way operations of the Bay Bridge, that could be halted. That would be due to winds, limited visibility, rain. That is when one lane of eastbound traffic is directed to the westbound span. Authorities are warning drivers of potential eastbound delays tonight.
Next weekend, join the Delmarva Sports Network at the Delaware State Fairgrounds for the Delmarva Sports Network's Outdoors Expo. Both indoor and outdoor vendors will be on site, showcasing everything outdoor. Boats, RVs, hot tubs, hunting, fishing, so much more. That's April 19th through the 20th. We'll be right back.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County. Whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Trade in your spring cleaning gloves for a mold-resistant, easy-to-maintain tub or shower with Coastal Bath, the #1 Bath Planet dealer in the Mid-Atlantic region, with countless 5-star reviews, including best of the best in the nation, and backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal 2-year money-back guarantee. Spring savings time, enjoy 18 months of no payments and no interest, plus $1,500 off your new bathroom remodel. Why wait? You too can have a 5-star bathroom. Call Coastal Bath today for your free estimate.
I'm a public school teacher. I know lots of people said, I can do that. Come and try it for a day.
A lot of our challenges are funding.
Teachers often go in their own pocket to make sure students have backpacks, pencils. David Trone, that's pushed for more public school funding and public school teachers.
And it's so great to have someone at the national level that's going to be on our side.
David Trone's always supported teachers. Now Maryland teachers have overwhelmingly endorsed David.
David would definitely get an A+.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Next Jeopardy!
Colorful geography.
As these players get the lay of the land and try to stake their claim as Jeopardy champion.
Thursday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
All new Drew.
Drew crashes WrestleMania 40. Plus, Wilmer Valderrama celebrates NCIS's 1000th episode.
Friday at noon on CoastTV.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is, your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In regional news, police say shots were fired at a Dover park Wednesday night. Police investigating a shooting at the park on White Oak Road that happened just before 5 p.m. Officers arrived on scene. They say they saw several people running away from the park. Police found several shell casings in the area. The good news in all of this, nobody was hurt. The investigation's still ongoing, and police ask anybody with information to contact Dover Police.
In your traffic news, delays will be in Cedar Lane and Fruitland next week. That's due to a paving project. MDOT says crews will begin a project to improve ride quality on Cedar Lane between Route 13 and Jackson Road. The work should be done by the end of June. The work is weekdays 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
In Salisbury, repairs are scheduled for the drawbridge on Main Street this weekend. You can see the bridge here from our Coast Copter as we look down from above. MDOT says starting on Sunday, drivers can expect single lane closures during the 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. time frame.
In Delmar, a sewer main project is taking shape. The town says crews are currently paving South Pennsylvania Avenue between Chestnut and Pine Streets. Sewer construction will continue throughout this week in that area. Delmar says starting next Monday, crews will work in the area of South Maryland Avenue.
Coming up, here's a question for you. What do you do with those eclipse glasses now that celestial event has passed? We're going to tell you. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Through Monday at Johnny Janosic, the savings are off the charts. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, an additional 10% off that, plus 0% APR for 12 months and no money down. Ends Monday at Johnny Janosic.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Discover why Gateway Subaru is Delmarva's destination dealership, earning our customers' trust and exceeding expectations. No matter where you live, experience the Gateway difference with our no-pressure sales approach and fair, honest pricing. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Need service fast? Our quick service lane is always ready. No appointment needed. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When homeowners think of a kitchen remodel, they picture their house in chaos for months, eating out every night, and of course, a big invoice.
With Paul Davis, we have an easy kitchen remodel solution for a fraction of the cost. Our certified installers add 5 layers of hardwood over your cabinets with new doors and drawers to match.
And it's done in as little as 3 days.
Save Big 3 Ways is now extended. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get $1,000 off now ending April 30th.
Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier Carrier Factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Let Johnny Janosic help make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and find huge savings on all outdoor furniture and accessories. Plus, take advantage of our great financing options. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
Now that the eclipse is over, you might be wondering what to do with your glasses if you still have them. Good news for you. There's a number of organizations that recycle or reuse them. Astronomers Without Borders, yes, that's a thing, has been accepting donations of eclipse glasses for 15 years. They partner with organizations where you can drop off or mail your used glasses. You can also send them to Eclipse Glasses USA, which repurposes used glasses for future celestial events, or honestly just keep them. Put them somewhere that you'll remember where they are 20 years from now.
I can't remember when I keep my keys earlier this morning, but okay. Our Bay Health camera in Dover. Cloud cover will stay thick for tonight as we deal with some wind advisories inland and the gale wind warnings active along the coast, looking for 45-mile-per-hour winds. And actually, in the Salisbury area, Dorchester, that's where we're watching out for the possibility of flooding. Here's a look at your extended forecast.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.